You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and White Network supporters, make sure you go over and check out the Black and White Network merchandise store. 25% off USA First. 25% off USA First. Go now.
All right, guys, we're going to be talking about Malika Andrews and Stephen A. Smith of ESPN. Now, ESPN does host NBA games, and both of them are actually on NBA Countdown. Now, I remember back in the day when Skip Bayless was actually on ESPN, he used to call Stephen A. Smith Stephen Naismith because he invented the game of basketball. That well may be true, but when it comes to Stephen A. Smith actually playing college basketball, nobody actually remembers that he actually did play. Now, of course, everybody has seen that picture of Stephen A. Smith when he was in college. I believe he played at Winston-Salem State University, if I'm not mistaken. Well, Malika Andrews decided to have a little fun with Stephen A. Smith at the beginning of the telecast, and she roasted him. Here we go. Malika Andrews roasts Stephen A. Smith about his college hoop stats. Now, here's the thing, folks. She was actually putting up his stats next to Jalen Rose, who played in the NBA, was a good NBA player, and J.J. Redick, who actually was a college player of the year. This is not a fair comparison, folks. Stephen A. Smith did not have a notable college career. He just didn't. Stephen A. Smith never actually ended up sniffing the NBA, not even close. But it says here, Malika Andrews landed a jab at Stephen A. Smith on ESPN's NBA Countdown on Friday night. Andrews was hosting alongside Smith, Jalen Rose, and J.J. Redick. She introduced a blind resume of three players' scoring averages during their final seasons of college basketball. One player had 26.8 points per game in 2005 and 6, which of course we know is J.J. Redick. One had 19.9 points per game in 1993, 94, which we know is Jalen Rose. The final player had just 1.5 points in 1990-91. And guys, you know, that was actually Stephen A. Smith. Now, let's go ahead and watch this clip, guys, because this is kind of funny. This is the picture of Stephen A. Smith. That's kind of been around for years now. Looks just like him, but he's much, much younger. He's probably about 20 years old or something like that. Because I believe Stephen A. Smith is 53, if I'm not mistaken. So he had to be like 21 years old or so. But you can see here the tweet, NBA on ESPN. Don't do Stephen A. Smith like that. Let's watch this clip, guys. It's kind of funny. Let's roll it.
Welcome to NBA Countdown. I'm Malika Andrews. We are live from Seaport, brought to you by Patron. Perfection. It starts with Patron. And we're coming off college hoops, guys. Yeah. So I do want to show you all a little something. I got a little something to show you here. Before we dig into the NBA, take a look at this blind resume here. It's three players, their scoring average in each person's final college season.
And Jalen Rose automatically just laughing because he already knows.
Do we have any guesses who this might be? Jalen, who do you think? What is this?
Nah, this is hilarious. JJ's on the right.
Oh, I don't think Stephen A. Smith likes that.
It's our starting lineup from tonight.
Well, they're not telling us I only played one game because I cracked my kneecap in half, but that's neither here nor there.
That is neither here nor there. Let's get to our opening tip, gentlemen.
Wow. Did she really have to start off the telecast showing Stephen A. Smith stats next to a college player of the year and a future NBA player that actually played for the Fab Five? That Fab Five team was loaded. They were really, really good. I remember when they actually lost to North Carolina in 1993 when Chris Webber actually called that timeout. I was like, what are you doing? I remember watching that game. Stephen A. Smith, sorry, didn't have a notable college basketball career. Hey, but Stephen A. Smith is actually getting the last laugh because he's making more money than any of these guys over here on ESPN when it comes to the highest paid people over there, outside of, like an Aikman or a Joe Buck, because they do they do live NFL games. That's a bit different. But Stephen A. Smith is laughing all the way to the bank with his $12 million a year, folks. But I found that kind of hilarious right there. Stephen A. Smith getting roasted on NBA Countdown right at the beginning. Not a fair comparison. You can't compare him to two guys that actually played in the NBA and two guys that actually had notable college basketball careers. But that's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.